What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 10 players that, well, I hate coming up against in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM, and I'm pretty sure most people are kind of the same, because I put out a tweet asking who everyone's least favorite player was, well, to come up against, and an awful lot of people said, well, cards that are on this list, similar enough cards. So anyway, now we are going to get on to the list. And I'm going to have 3 in before the top 10. And I'm going to call these the false sense of security players. They're the players that aren't high rated, that when you see them pop up in the team screen, you think, oh, they're only using low rated players. When you actually look into it, these guys are going to give you a lot of trouble. And a lot of the time when you're complacent against these guys, they're the games you lose. I lose more often against Ruby budget squads than I do against Pink Diamond squads, because I focus a lot more against Pink Diamond squads. And especially when you see these 3 players, first of all, it is obvious one, Darius Miles. Then there is one from day one who is still able to hold his own no matter what level players they come up against, Gerald Wallace. And then last up is an Emerald card. Yes, there's an Emerald card that can still hold his own. And he can hold his own against the likes of Diamonds, Pink Diamonds. While he's not going to outplay them, he can hold his own, show cheat. So Darius Miles is a long, really fast dunker who can shoot the ball. He's also got a great block, shot contest, and steal, insane speed, and insane lateral quickness. So he's still one of the better cards in the game. Gerald Wallace is a lockdown defender. He's also able to dunk, he can shoot the ball really well, his release is money, and has got an insane steal rating, and is fast. Gerald Wallace plays way over stats. Cho-Chi can do everything you want from a center. Not the best post game, but a lot of time that's not the biggest deal in the world. He's got a good shot mid, good shot 3 with a nice release. He's also got a really nice dunk. He can block shots really well, and he is super fast for a center. He's another player that if you underestimate him and you let him shoot the ball and you kind of attack him expecting him to play like an Emerald, he's going to give you a little bit of trouble. So these 3 guys are kind of my being lured into a false sense of security players, and if you do come up against these 3 guys, you should probably worry. So now we are on to the top 10 cards that I hate coming up against. First of all is a card that it's kind of a love-hate situation, but since I go small ball, I hate coming up against him. It is Amethyst Kristaps Porzingis. So Porzingis is he's 7'3". That's basically why he's so good. He's got some great goal badges, and he doesn't miss. If you leave this Porzingis open, he's going to hit every single shot. He does not miss. He also blocks shots well, has a good post game. His one downside is his lack of strength, and he's not particularly fast. But again, he's so long that he kind of makes up for it. And at the same time, 78 strength is not the worst. It's a lot better than Kristaps Porzingis probably should have. And he's just an annoying player to come up against. You know that a lot of the time he's going to be played at center. Teams are going to off-ball him and just sit him in the key. At number 9 is a guy that I really hate coming up against. I was going to put in Gilbert Arenas because he's basically a guy that you cannot play off-ball. So you cannot play on-ball. If you're trying to play on-ball in Gilbert Arenas, you're just not going to succeed. But Brandon Roy is just even worse. Brandon Roy, if you try to play on-ball on Brandon Roy, with his fast release, with his shot ratings, especially if you've got a coach with a 3-point boost like Steve Kerr or Dwayne Casey, and if there's a shoe on him, he will not miss. And especially if you're coming up against signature limited Brandon Roy with Hall of Fame Limitless, he won't miss. He is scary good. He's got that extra few inches on Gilbert Arenas. He can defend, and he's just, at times if you're playing on ball, he is unguardable. And to be honest, Pink Diamond J.R. Smith would be similar enough to Brandon Roy, but obviously I don't have him, so I'm not going to put him on the list. Then we have got a guy that a lot of people probably don't mind coming up against. I just hate it, and it's Yao Ming. He just clogs up the lane. It's the same. I was going to put Manute Bol in. I honestly was going to put Manute Bol in. It's just Yao Ming is basically Manute Bol with a post game. Yao doesn't miss mid-range shots. He actually barely misses corner threes. He won't miss any free throws. He's got an insane post hook and fadeaway. He's got solid enough dunking stats. However, he's got a 97 block and 97 shot contest, as well as insane rebounding stats, and he's 7'6". When Yao Ming's in there, you're just not going to the basket. My whole tactic when I'm playing against Yao is you kind of have to run pick and pops. Even if you don't want to, you have to run them, because otherwise Yao will just stay in the key and block everything. Or 5 out. You can run that to pull Yao out as well. And number 7 is another guy from the Chinese New Year's set, and it's T-Mac. T-Mac is like a bigger Brandon Roy, basically. Like, I know he doesn't have as many Hall of Fame badges. The 2 ones he has are so cheesy. Hall of Fame Limitless and Deep Range Deadeye, and he has 13 gold badges. T-Mac has got an unbelievable shot mid, unbelievable shot 3. He's got a nice post fadeaway, great driving layup. He's got great free throw, unbelievable dunker, great ball control. His shot release is really nice. While it's not Brandon Roy good, he is 2 inches bigger. And Hall of Fame Limitless on T-Mac, as Richie tweeted earlier today, Hall of Fame Limitless on T-Mac is just different. It's just way better than Hall of Fame Limitless on another player. He's an 81 block, which is really nice. Makes up for his not great defense. He's super fast, and while not great on defense, not awful. T-Mac is so difficult to guard, and he's so long that he's a good defender. And now at number 6, we have got a center, and this is my least favorite center to come up against. It's Ralph Samson. Samson is huge. He's 7'4". He's got an insanely wide, he's got like a wide body, so he's not skinny like Yao. He is one of the better rebounders in the game, especially offensively. He's got an insane post-up and fadeaway, although most people don't use him at all for that. He's got a great shot mid, good shot 3, a better shot 3 than Yao with a nice enough release. He's an unbelievable dunker. He's at a 95 block and shot contest, insane rebounding stats. He's actually got quite good speed of 70 and 69 acceleration. For a guy at 7'4", that's actually really solid speed. I know Kareem is not too far different, but it's a lot faster than someone like Yao. Got a great lateral quickness of 79, so you can't burn him. Unlike Yao, a lot of time you can take him outside with someone like a stretch 5 and burn him. You can't burn Ralph Samson. He's one of the best defensive bigs in the game, and he also has the ability to hit shots, rebound, dunk inside, and play in the post. He can do basically everything, and that's the reason I hate coming up against him. Number 4 and 5 are 2 players that are for the exact same reasons. I'm going to put both of them on the list, and to be completely honest, everyone knows why. Even still, even since the patch, pre-patch, these guys will be on the team. Tom Gugliotta would be in the team. Gilbert Arenas without doubt will be in the team. But post-patch, these 2 guys, man, they're still so tough to stop. Base 11 is still the best release in the game, even though it is not as OP as it used to be. It's still the best release. While Danny Granger is the better player in general, he's a better shooter. He's got a better mid-range. He's got better ball control, better defender, way better defender. However, Hito just being 6'10" just makes him a god. He's an amethyst, and for some reason, it's just me, or do lower overall players with higher stats, like say a gold player with 95.3 will shoot way better than a dime player with 95.3. Maybe that's just placebo, but that's just the way it seems, because Hito is one of the best shooters in the game, period. Hito, 6'10", great shot mid, great shot 3, he can speed boost, he's got glitchy dribble moves. People run him at point guard, and you know you're going in for you're going to have a cheesy game. You see Hito at point guard. Mostly Danny Granger is used as a spot-up shooter, even though he can be used in a lot like different situations. However, it's Hito that you see people cheesing with, point guard cheesing with him, and that's why Hito's ranked slightly ahead of Danny Granger. Even though, in my opinion, Granger is the better card, it's just a lot of the people that use Hito are a lot more cheesy than the guys that use Danny Granger. Now we are on to the top 3, and these 3 are just on another level to the rest of the players on this team. And number 3 is a point guard, and it's Magic Johnson. I hate coming up against Magic, because if you come up against Magic every single game, it is going to be an off-baller who's going to pressure you. And I don't care what Magic's steal rating is. I know it's only 89, but he is the best at just stripping the ball. If you get like off-ball Magic pressuring you, and I always say it on gameplays, if I'm coming up against off-ball Magic, I'm scoring like 10 points. Off-ball Magic is the hardest player to score on in this game. He just steals the ball every single time, even off-ball. If someone's playing on-ball and they're using Magic, I'm fine with it. I have no problem. But you know for a fact if someone's using Magic, they're playing off-ball with them, and you just know it's going to be a tough game. You know it's going to be just so frustrating. You know your point guard turned the ball over at least 2 or 3 times getting stripped. And number 2 is a small forward, and similar enough to Magic, he's just way glitchier offensively, and it's Giannis. So you come up against Giannis, he's playing either one of 2 positions. You're either playing Giannis at point guard or Giannis at center. I've yet to come up against a Giannis at any other position. But Giannis is just, he's 6'11", he's like 2 inches bigger Magic. Comes with insane Hall of Fame badges. He's got glitchy layup animations. His jump shot, if you put limitless on him, he's money from 3 for some reason. He's money from the corners. Even his Sapphire was money from the corners. Giannis is just so good. He's got a 79 steal, but his wingspan's so long, he gets them. Same with his block rating. He's got a great shot contest. He's a beast of a rebounder. And a lot of time you see point center cheese with Giannis, and that's just so difficult to stop. At least he can bully him a bit inside. But Giannis off-balling a point guard is almost Magic Johnson good. Magic's the better defender, but Giannis is not that far off. But then Giannis can just cheese people with that crossover, going to the basket. Like, there's a lot of times when Giannis goes to the basket, you literally can't do anything. No matter what defense you play, you cannot do anything on Giannis. But number 1, imagine if you could combine Turkoglu and Granger's cheesiness on offense with the defense of someone like a Giannis or a Magic Johnson. And that makes the most frustrating card to come up against, and probably the best card in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM still to this day, and some people had him 2 or 3 days into the game. It is Kirilenko. This guy is like the bane of my existence, especially on PS4. It's not too bad on PC because I've got God Squads. Anyone can score on anyone. But this guy, if you're playing with any sort of a budget player, he's the one guy who I can say, okay, he's going to lock down Darius Miles. He's the one guy that can lock down a lot of really good budget players. He's got 16 gold badges, doesn't even need any Hall of Fame badges. I cannot wait until we see another version of AK-47 later in the year with Hall of Fame badges. But he's got decent post game. He's got a 94 shot mid, 93 shot 3. He's got the cheesy base 11 release. He's got insane dunking stats. He can speed boost as well. He's got 95 block, 95 steal, 95 shot contest. He's got really good rebounding stats. He's fast. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. He's a great low post and on ball defender. And to be honest, you could play against Kirilenko at point guard, and that's going to be like playing against a mixture of Magic Johnson and Turkoglu. If Kirilenko's playing power forward, his actual position, you're playing as the best stretch 4 in the game. He's probably the best wing in the game as well, just because of his defensive stats. And the fact is, you probably should be more scared seeing him at point guard, because an off-ball Kirilenko may be even scarier than an off-ball Magic or Giannis. And also the fact is, unlike these two guys who can't really shoot the ball, and even without being able to shoot the ball, these guys are really annoying to come up against. Kirilenko is one of the best shooters in the game. So anyway, yep, that is the video. These are the most annoying players to come up against in NBA 2K MyTEAM, in my opinion. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.